Well, folks, as we move towards Thanksgiving and the holiday that it is, I'm giving thanks that President Trump is in the White House right now, because if he doesn't pull off the greatest comeback of all times, things are about to get really bad. The sad reality is Democrats are vindictive. Like vipers, they will continue to strike until their prey is finished. Mr. President, brace yourself. They are coming for you, and I'm not sure they will ever give up.
You can't stop the Manhattan DA. You can't stop the New York Attorney General. You can't stop the Southern District of New York.
Well, no matter what you think about President Trump and his policies that I believe have put America in the greatest position since the Roaring '20s, this president has served our nation well. He deserves thanks for a job well done, not indictments for crimes he never committed. But we know the Democrats have perfected the art of the witch hunt. That will not stop, as longtime Democrat operative and Clinton cohort James Carville predicts.
This train is leaving the station, and I think that these investigations are vigorous and serious, and I think that Trump knows that, and I don't think they can be stopped, Brian. I really don't.
Well, you see what the attack dogs in the media are pushing today. This is Slate this week. Congress has every right to keep investigating Trump after he's gone. The Independent writes, headline, Biden does not rule out his Justice Department investigating Trump. The New York Times headline, as soon as Trump leaves office, he faces greater risk of prosecution. Here is California's left-wing Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
I think that the President of the United States should be investigated, and we should send a message across the world that we will not tolerate the undermining of our democracy in the way that this president has done.
Undermining our democracy? He restored it. Once the 2021 Congress is sworn in, all the previous congressional subpoenas into President Trump's dealings, business dealings, and the like, they all expire. I fully expect them to be reissued, whether the president is in office or out of it. It doesn't matter, because clearly, as president, I believe he has far more protections from these frivolous proceedings than as a regular citizen. I want to be clear about this. If crimes are committed by anyone, any president of any party, I want those people to be held accountable. But I don't see any evidence of crimes committed by President Trump, and I don't think there is a man on earth that has been investigated more than this president has over the past 4 years. And each time, even partisan investigations vindicate him. What I am mortified by is the left's penchant to weaponize the government to go after him again and again. They weaponize the government to go after political foes, especially when there is no legitimate evidence to do it. It amounts solely to political persecution.
There are a number of investigations that I've read about that are at a state level. There's nothing at all I can or cannot do about that.
Well, that's the voice of Joe Biden. Here is what Joe Biden is doing. Look at Joe Biden's cabinet picks. They are the same old swamp creatures resurrected from the Obama era. Joe Biden turned his back on the far left-wing faction of his party so far, Bernie Sanders, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, and others. No matter what Joe Biden says, here is my prediction. He will unleash the Justice Department on President Trump to satisfy the radical left's thirst for Trump's blood. Because Biden has no backbone to stand up to the radicals in his party, he will attempt to feed President Trump to the wolves. That's why this battle that's playing out in court is so important to keep President in office.